YouTube, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about the best coaching adjustments that you have to use in college football 26. We're going to break it down from offense and defense. Now, I will say they're way more important on defense. On offense, it's only like one or two that are even usable, in my opinion. Defense, though, there are so many adjustments that you want to make when it comes to your coaching adjustments in-game. So we're going to break it all down in this video. If you enjoyed this type of content, you want to see more, make sure you are subscribed here to my channel. If you hit this video with a like, I really appreciate it. It helps me out so much. Hit that bell so you're notified anytime I do drop tons of new tips and content to help you guys improve on the virtual gridiron. I'm on social media at TDavisBrand on all platforms, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. So go ahead and give me a follow on all those platforms. I really appreciate that as well. Check out some of the content I'm doing there. If you check out the link in the description below too, I have ebooks, coaching sessions, film study reviews, all types of things to help you guys improve. Down links in the description below, so make sure you check all that out. And let me know in the comments below if you guys are enjoying college football 26. How do you feel about the game, and what do you see going forward here? What do you want to see going forward on my channel that I can help you guys out? So let me know how I can help you guys improve, as always. Let's jump into it here. We will start on the offensive side of the ball. It's the easy side of the ball here. There's not too many coaching adjustments, so you can skip this part if you need to. Head to the defensive side, which is way, way more important. But offensively here, the only few I use, I'll run through them all for you guys real quick, though. We got tempo adjustment. We can go no huddle. We can go turbo, and we can go chew clock. Now, I do use chew clock a good bit when I have the lead and I'm trying to run the clock. It's pretty self-explanatory, obviously. The one thing is it gets it down to about 10 on the play clock. So you can't really hot rod, you can't really make an audible because you're going to get a delayed game. So you got to be careful with that. But if you have the lead and you need chew clock and you're just coming out in a play and hiking it, chew clock is great. Turbo, it says here the pros of turbo: keeps D-line on the heels if ball is snapped quickly, increase composure on positive plays. The con is fatigues the offense fastest, least playbook access, increase composure losses on negative plays. So you'll be able to keep going quickly, but you won't be able to switch plays, once you go hurry up here. You won't be able to switch to a different play. So if you want to keep running the same play over and over again at a fast pace, turbo could be great for you. No huddle, same thing here. After the play, there'll be no huddle. You'll come right back to the line. You'll get a lot more fatigue, though, and like I said, you won't be able to get as much playbook access as well. You won't be able to audible as much here. So I don't really mess with no huddle and turbo unless I'm in like a do or die situation, second quarter or late in the fourth quarter. Deep pass catching, I usually keep this on balanced. It says here conservative AI receivers always trigger a rack attempt, increase run after catch chances. So I don't know. I think I keep it on balance. We have aggressive AI receivers will always attempt aggressive catches. You don't really want that. You don't want them always attempting aggressive catch. It's kind of crazy. So I just keep this on balance. I make the catch on my own. Intermediate, same thing. I don't really mess with this too much. I don't really want, possession catch, aggressive catch. I just keep it on balance. Blocking. Look, I would love to be on aggressive blocking, but you're going to get so many holding penalties. It's not worth it. So I keep this on balance as well. I think conservative, there's no point really either. They hold blocks less. There's really not that many holding penalties called, so I keep it on balance. Now, ball carrier, I always have this on conservative. Very important this year. Even with ball carrier on conservative, you can do the special abilities at the running back position. You can stiff arm, you can juke, you can spin, even on conservative. So I want a less chance at fumbling, so I always keep this on conservative, and I still am able to use my running back moves, ball carrier moves. Let's go over to the substitution here, strat. I don't mess with this too much on both sides of the ball. The only one on offense that I will is the running back position. Sometimes I'll keep it on, keep it fresh. But usually I just have it on custom or balanced or grinded out. Definitely quarterback, I'm always on grinded out. But running back is the only one that I keep fresh because running back to me is the least important position. Unless you have like a stud out there, Nick Singleton on Penn State. There's a couple guys out there, Jeremiah Love, Notre Dame. Unless you have like a stud, you want him out there every play. I like to rotate my backs a good bit, especially if I'm playing Dynasty. I rotate a good bit. Receivers, I usually grind it out unless I'm in a Dynasty and I have a deep receiving core. Then I can just keep fresh. They can rotate in and out if they get tired. I'll definitely do that. O-line, I definitely always grind it out. I want my best O-lineman out there most of the time. Tight end, same thing as receivers. If you have a bunch of tight ends, you can rotate them, but for the most part, I just kind of keep it on, grind it out, or balanced. Let's go to the defensive side now, up top here. And this is going to be more important for you guys. So, Defensively, auto flip varies for me depending on what I am running. If I am in a symmetrical formation, something like dollar or dime, something of that nature, I usually go auto flip off. If I am in like a nickel formation where I always have that nickel slot DB and I want him lined up correctly on the slot receiver, if I'm facing a bunch or a trips, I go auto flip on. So it varies depending on what formation I am facing against on the offense. Cornerback matchups, I always go balance. I know there was a glitch that it kept putting on by speed for a while there, but I don't really mess with this too much. I could see you using by depth chart a good bit, but I just go balanced here for the most part. Defensive motion response, I haven't really figured out what exactly this does. I usually keep this on disable when I am an auto flip off, and when I have auto flip on, I keep it on default, because if they motion or they audible, I want them to follow them, so I keep it on default. Now, if I'm in a symmetrical formation, I usually disable it because I don't want them following nobody. I want everything to be kind of symmetrical and everything look the same, so I'm disguising my defense as well. Option read key. Let's see. This one, I go conservative here. I always want to focus on the QB on the option read. It says here, pro is focused on the QB. Con is, dives left open. That's okay. I'm willing to give up the dive. I'm willing to user that dive on my own. I don't want to give up any of those big QB runs, especially when I'm playing a mobile quarterback. Now, if you're playing a pocket quarterback that you're not worried about the keepers from the QB, then you can go on aggressive easily. Easy solution. Option pitch key here. This one I go aggressive. I want to focus on the pitch on these options, right? I feel like, so on the read key, I'm worried about the quarterback taking it off to the outside, right? I'm not worried about the handoff inside. On the pitch, though, I'm worried about the outside again. So I'm always worried about the outside because those are the big plays. I'm not worried about the inside. So on the pitch key, I'm worried about the outside. I'm worried about the pitch. If the quarterback takes it inside, oh man, I'm going to user that. I'm going to blow it up and I'm going to nail that quarterback, right? But I don't want to have them pitch it on a speed option, get a big play to the outside. So I keep this on aggressive. RPO, both RPOs, I go conservative. I want to focus on the QB, once again, taking it to the outside or something, and then I want to focus on the pass. How many times have you guys gotten beat by the RPO read Y flats, right? The tight end flat route out there, or the RPO bubbles to the bubble screen. How many times you struggle to defend those? Well, now you have the answer. RPO pass key on conservative defends these RPO passing situations. Obviously, be a little bit more vulnerable to the run. That's where our user comes in. We're using a linebacker over the middle. We come in, we blow it up over the middle to the running back. Strip ball is always unbalanced. Late game situations, I guess you could go aggressive, but it's too risky. You're going to get some face mask penalties. Tackling, I go usually just balanced. I could see maybe going conservative, aggressive, depending on the situations in the game, but for me, it's always balanced. Now, zone drops vary throughout the game here. If I run the double Mabel, I'll go with a 5-25 or vice versa. Sometimes I'll switch these up. Hooks, I'll switch up a little bit. I'll go from like 5 to 10 yards if I want them to play a little bit shorter or deeper. The most important ones, though, here, safety depth, safety width. These are amazing additions to the game. Now, remember, last couple of years, you see a lot of the pro players, they'd come out in like the double safety blitz, and then they'd audible down to their defense to get their safeties in the box, right? So this helps against the run. It helps you just get better depth so your safeties are over the middle of the field. So I always go close here. Safety, depth on close. I like to go tight when I'm in the red zone or inside the goal line. I never really go deep or prevent. I go prevent like in like last play of the game situations, when they need 80-yard touchdown, I go prevent. But for the most part, I am in safety, depth, close. Safety with pinch. I always go pinch here. I want those safeties closer in. I don't want them out wide. If you're facing a wide formation, like a wide stack or the Tennessee offense, all those wide formations, you could go with the safety spread on wide for sure. Never really go spread either. I usually go pinch. I love the safety width and safety depth here for both of those alignments. Safety midpoint, I don't mess with as much either. You can move your safety to the field side, boundary side, weak side, strong side, right side, left side. I haven't messed with this too much because I haven't faced too many formations that I'm like super concerned about where I need proper alignment there from them as far as a wide standpoint. So I just keep it on default for now. And then with the wear and tear substitutions, I don't mess with these too much for defense. I usually keep it unbalanced or grind it out for the most part. I think in Dynasty, once again, you can definitely keep them fresh at some positions like D tackle, D end. I would like to rotate them if I have a deep core at the D end, D tackle position. Get some fresh bodies in there, rotate in and out. But corner and safety, I usually want my best players out there, so I grind it out. So those are the best coaching adjustments in college football 26. Definitely the ones I use that I love. So hope this video helped you guys out a bunch here. If you did enjoy this, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. Hit this video with a like. We have tons of content throughout the season. Appreciate you guys, man. Later. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really appreciate the support, means the world to me. Make sure you guys are subscribed here to the channel if you want more of my exclusive content. And don't forget to check the links in the description below to keep up with me on social media, as well as check out some of the products I have to offer behind the paywall.